Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Lineberry, and this is a rebroadcast or a recap of the orientation session that we held on June 1st at 11 o'clock. I know there were some students who missed it, some students had technical difficulties, so I want to take a few minutes and just explain some of the things that we had talked about there, as well as give you some direction on where you may be able to find some answers. One of the first things that we talked about was our acceptable use policy, and the fact that just because this is summer school doesn't mean the school's not in session. So students, please know that if you have one of our computers and you're using one of our computers, that acceptable use policy is still in force. It's still in effect. Don't go to Facebook, don't go to all these other pages that you're not supposed to go to on your school computers. Same rules apply. As far as that goes, if you violate that, you could lose your place here in summer school. We don't want that to happen to anybody. I want to talk a few minutes about what brainhoney is and how that works for us. Brainhoney is what we call a learning management system. So if you think about it this way, brainhoney is the platform, and the Florida Virtual School curriculum is the stuffing inside that shell or that platform. So we use brainhoney to deliver the content to our students. In order to log in, you need to go to fusdaz.brainhoney.com. Don't type www and don't just go to brainhoney.com, because it won't take your information. You have to use your student ID and your password, but it has to be at the fusdaz.brainhoney.com website. Student ID and first initial, last initial, student ID will be your username, and last name is your password. Students, I would strongly recommend that you change your password. We want to make sure that the site is secure and that nobody has their information falsely sent in or have any of their stuff tampered with. So make sure that you change your password and keep that between you and your parents. At any time within that environment, well, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. So how do students turn in assignments? You can turn in assignments very easily. It's not that different than what you're used to with eChalk. You're not going to use eChalk to turn in assignments, but it is in brainhoney. And there's a video on our FVA website that explains how to turn in assignments, how to sign in, etc. So I would encourage you to watch that. If you still have questions, call me or text me or email me. My text or cell phone number is 480-788-3582, and that will ring all of my phones. So and I'm typically available between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. and we'll do my best to get back to you. With text messages and cell phone calls, etc., you can expect a 24-hour turnaround, if that long. Emails, 24-hour turnaround. You can expect that from me as well as the staff. Within their announcement section, all of their Google Voice numbers are listed there. You can call and text those numbers and get in touch with staff members throughout the next month of summer school. So the way that you're going to turn in assignments is going to be on that website, or on that video that I alluded to in the FBA website. Students, you absolutely must stay on pace. Here in summer school, we've set a very rigorous pace. It's challenging, and it is going to be very important that you stay on pace. So every Wednesday, your assignments are going to be due. If on Wednesday you haven't turned those assignments in, those assignments close, and you lose the opportunity to complete those assignments. So I cannot stress to you enough how important it is that you stay on pace. You may work ahead all you want, but you may not fall behind. If you fall behind, there's a very good chance you're not going to be able to complete assignments or complete the course. So let's make sure that we're keeping on pace. If you have questions, please ask. We're here to help you. We're only going to target areas where you're weak or where you need assistance. So please make sure that you take the pretest. Your teachers will then guide you on exactly what it is that they want you to do. Whenever you log into brainhoney, on the left side of your screen, you'll see upcoming assignments or due within the week. Those are the things for each class that you need to do that week. All of those things need to be checked off. All those things need to be completed. So make sure that you're completing assignments and that you're turning them in and that they are on time. Again, I can't stress that enough. I don't want any of you to fall behind. So if you need technical assistance, one of the things that we've set up on our website, you can go to support on the FVA site, and then you can send an email to fvasupport@fusdaz.org. And again, that email address is up on our website if it's a technical issue. If it's an academic issue, contact your teacher. If you're not able to contact your teacher, certainly you can call me. If the question regards how do I log into brainhoney, how do I turn in assignments, etc., those things you need to really route to me. And I'll get back to you very quickly on that. Students, what do we expect out of you? What we expect out of you is that you remain on pace, that you work very hard, and that you're honest. You know, this is a second chance for some of you. For some of those of you who are taking acceleration, this is an opportunity for you to get a little bit ahead. Either way, this is an outstanding opportunity for you to gain ground academically and to grow academically. We want to make sure that that you're doing that, and the only way that that's going to happen is if you work hard, if you're honest, and if you stay on pace. Again, I cannot emphasize staying on pace enough. If you have any questions, as I said, please feel free to email, text, call, and I'll get back to you again within 24 hours. I'm going to wrap up this section of our orientation. If you have further questions, I will be on Ustream off and on throughout the month. If you would do me a favor, please check out our FVA page, like our Facebook page. When you like our Facebook page, and I know many of you have cell phones with Facebook on it, you'll get an update whenever I go onto Ustream. So if you have questions, you can certainly ask. Again, hope that you have an enjoyable summer. The great thing about doing this online is it doesn't necessarily have to interfere with your vacation plans. If you're going out of town, take your computer with you, use the internet. Wherever you are, remember, wherever you are, that's where school is. Have a great summer, and I wish you much success. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to contact me.